Well, here folks, and welcome back to the last part of the 6 series, and in this, well, I imagine it's probably like coming up for 20 videos, if not, so maybe already exceeded that by now. And yeah, we're getting on to the last few, and I mean after this there'll only be 4 left, so yeah, and this will be the last time I'm featuring Destiny Newcomb on this commentary and that, and I think this really earns its own place. It's not that old actually, but it really is like it's my imagination gone wild kind of thing, and well, I'll save it for when we get to it. But right now, let's go on to the probably I guess you could say one of the most controversially named one, concentration camp, and this, oh man, this is just wow. Oh wow, concentration camp. Yeah, if you couldn't already tell, this is a melee deathmatch, which is fists only, and this is actually I think quite rare because, alright, this was back in the day when you could have fists unarmed as, you know, a starting weapon, and that, whereas nowadays you can't. You have to like give a melee weapon at least, and that, which isn't quite as fun. But yeah, I love that, being able to like see good old punching action. It's like, Jesus Christ. Oh man. And it's like, honestly, if you had like the full 60, you can get some really big fights going. Jesus Christ. Just seeing all that brawl going on. And the funny thing is, I actually did this with a field Cassidy, and it's like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, honestly, I was just so like, honestly, despite the fact that I wasn't like doing competitively well, like I wasn't getting a really good KD, which would normally piss me off, but actually I remember having quite a bit of fun with that. You know, it was like, seriously, just wrecking everybody's shit. Like, oh man, getting a good punch out. Oh man. Seriously, honestly, I love that you just can't tell what the fuck's going on. It's just people wailing at each other. And oh man. Oh, love that. Just a good beat down. Love it. Like. And I think, honestly, you know what I think was, okay, to spoil a little bit of this, right, you know, and this might sound strange, but I was like the only female character in like the entire fucking match there amongst I think 11 or 12 people, and despite that, I actually came out top, and I think by a good 6 or 7 kills, and now you can see at the bottom right, and but yeah, I actually dominated the whole fucking match. Although I don't suppose this might have something to do with me having max strength for a good while at that point. And like, yeah, by the time you even start recording these, before I even got, by the time I got the PS4, all my stats were max. Like, I did that a good while ago, because I remember how I did it, right? I remember, like, okay, stamina, easy enough. And that. The shooting skill, easy enough. Bit slower than stamina, but it still goes up anyway. Driving is easy enough, but it's probably really slow as fuck. It just means you have to drive around a good bit, but that should go up naturally anyway. Then you get to 4 pain in the ass ones. Flying, again, it's easy enough, but it's super fucking slow. Like, it's basically driving, but 3 times as slow. And it's like, yeah, like, this is easy on the PS4 version where you can just like, in fact, honestly, you can do this on a private lobby. I refuse to go to private lobbies. Just nah, it's not my thing. And it's easier on PS4 now, where it's like you can just pretty much, you know, fly about with contact mode off, and you know, like safe mode. I can't even know what the fuck it's called. And but it's like, yeah, you don't have to worry about getting shot down and that. Whereas before, generally you were safe from most people, except for the twats with the jets and that, maybe buzzards and that, but yeah, flying was generally a pain in the ass to train, but once, that's the thing, once it's maxed, I think it never decreases unless you just barely got it, in which it may still decrease by a bit. But yeah, I've never seen a skill decrease once it hits max, so I've never really had that issue. And but yeah. Then you get strength. That's also a pain in the ass to train, it's pretty slow. But there is a bit more fun on that, because the way I train it is through playing mini games of golf. Like, I think every 6 or 7 like games of golf that was like 3 holes each end up you getting a full bar, so it's not super slow, it's just like slow if you're not used to playing golf and that, you know. But I don't mind doing it, and you know, but I'm just thinking to myself as I'm saying this, I bet you all the stats that I didn't really max out with my characters, I've probably went down to like 1.5 to 2 bars at this point. Oh man, no doubt that's the case. Oh wow. But yeah, I think that's the thing though, and you know, like, and also, oh yeah, I forgot to mention the other 2 stats. Yeah, the breathing. I think the lung capacity, that's not so bad. It doesn't take quite as long, but it's still a bit slow. And I remember the way I trained it. I think it was the Volts Burnout deathmatch, where I just basically go outside the map and just train my lung capacity to see that I wasn't far off from it, and I guess it worked. And that, you know. Like, why the fuck would I want to train, like, doing a match? I wasn't really keen on when I could do something a bit more productive with that, you know? And, it worked. I guess. Oh, man. I'm trying to think of the very last stat on that. Very last one. And no, it's not the sanity one. Like, that's like a stat. That's not even, I don't even consider that a stat, to be honest. And it's, oh, right, that's it. Yeah, the most useless stat of all, stealth. Yeah, this is actually, no, I'd actually say maybe stealth is the easiest to train. But it's so fucking worthless, like, think about it. You're hardly going to be training stealth. And like, hardly at all. And I think what makes this really bad is the fact that it's so easy to train, but yet it's so fucking useless. Like, I don't even think it comes into play with like any of the heist missions, and like it's just so fucking worthless. You know, but well, at least it's easy to get out of the way, so it's not like you're training a long time for a stat that hardly matters. In fact, honestly, I would say the only stats that matter are stamina, shooting, strength, and lung capacity, and that. Driving and flying really don't seem to make much of a difference. Maybe they do, but it's very slight. And stealth just doesn't seem to do anything. And that, you know? Like, honestly, does fuck all. And that, but... oh, man. So, Doug fucked up. Oh man, I love seeing these guys getting wrecked. And just boom! Fucking punch in their face and they're down. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's seriously, it's just something that you don't get without anything else. And it's just holy shit. Seriously, this was something else entirely. But yeah, you can tell. In fact, okay, maybe it wasn't quite 6 or 7 kills. I think it was 3 or 4. And but man, this was kind of a close one, and you know, like couldn't quite tell who was gonna come out top. And but I managed it in the end. You know, if you don't believe me, you can just see for yourself in about the next 90 seconds. And holy shit! Look at that. Triple fucking melee kill. Suck on that. Oh man. Also, something you probably notice like time and time again, it's just a weird kind of tumbling animation. Like, yeah, that's the thing, because if you spawned at the top, you had a slight disadvantage where you were kind of exposed, and now with this few seconds you're spending tumbling down and just kind of being vulnerable in a sense. And but Oh man, just seeing people's getting their shit wrecked. But yeah, this was honestly like I will say like this maybe barely qualifies it. It's not something that I enjoy for competitiveness and that, but more so because it's just a general lols kind of match. You know, it's not something I really give a shit if I lose in. You know, I just like the fact of just having a big brawl. And actually, I reckon like if there have been people who've managed to do like really small moments where it's like I don't know how they do it. Something like a spawn point glitch where they can get right next to each other. And man, that would just be fucking epic just to see that happen. Like, holy shit. I think maybe you can kind of do that. Like, say you put like spawn points on top of the C platforms and then delete it. You know, that's a way of still doing that glitch. And who knows, I might experiment with that someday, but it won't be for a long time, unfortunately. Oh man, but yeah, there we have it. Concentration camp. Fairly intriguing one. Not like the best in competitiveness, but it's just a general out of there match, you know. Oh man. Hey, oh well. So yeah. Now for the next and final Destiny Newcomb job, you know, this is where it's at. This is the one that, and this is something I've been dreaming about for well over a year. Never thought it would have happened, but it finally did. Remember what I said about the platforms and that a while ago? Well, as you'll probably no doubt know about how excited I'm getting, yep, it worked. I was actually able to put spawn points in there, and honestly, I managed to do, like, even though I didn't really push it, like, I could have done so much more of it, but I'm glad with what I've managed to do, and hopefully they haven't fixed the glitch, but if they have, well, at least I finally managed to do what I managed to do. Yep, this, ladies and gentlemen, is Starship Galaxy. This, just, wow. Holy shit. This is like, it's unbelievable. This is the kind of shit that would be nigh on impossible in the original one. It could have been done, but no, I think even the props, it's like, it's a fucking beauty of a map. You know, and I'm glad I was able to do what I was able to do with this. Like, seriously, it was just so fucking epic. Like, holy shit. Oh, man. And yeah, this is when I'm starting to show off the advanced, like, remember what I told you about the customizable weapons as well? Well, this is me showing off here. And it's fucking incredible. In fact, honestly, I'll make it almost a point to show off. You know, even though it's pointless using weapons like that. But, oh man. Oh, man, I love it. Fucking love it. Yeah, in case you're wondering, the weapon I'm using right now is the advanced SMG. And that's like, holy shit. Really good shit. Yeah, and you won't know this, right? Alright. See where we're like at the now, right? This is really high up. Like, I'm talking about like unusually high. You know, if you can't tell like with the mountains yet, it's really fucking high. In fact, I think it's actually high because you'll probably notice the rain doesn't sound quite as it should. And that, whereas you're like maybe a good, I don't know, I guess you could say a good, I'm trying to think distance wise, maybe 500 to 1,000 meters down lower, you'd hear the rain quite clearly. But because you're that high up, the rain doesn't quite sound the same. And which, I know it sounds a bit weird, but it's true, like the rain just sounds completely off. But I don't know, it gives it a bit more of a unique charm, I think. Yeah, honestly. Oh, I just wish these kind of matches could happen more often, and you know, I really wish they would again, because I think my biggest issue is people have so little fucking patience, and it really is a shame in that, but, oh man. But, Still beauty to be had. I'm not just seeing all of it. Look at that. Me just catching them unawares is like, holy shit. Love that. We would just sneak up on them and just wreck their shit. Like, oh, see, that's the kind of strategy I love. Being able to, like, just completely wreck their shit. Like, because think about it. They were just focusing on what's on the opposite side. They didn't think some smart car would come underneath them, come up on the other side and just blast them away. I fucking love that. That's the kind of strategy I love to see being used. And it's a shame that not more people use that, you know, it's so fucking good at it. Honestly, if bigger deathmatches was still like easy to get into, and not like it was with the PS3, I'd actually say this could possibly be one of my favourites. And like, this is exactly how I wanted to be and more. Like, honestly, this is just fucking epic and really good, you know. Like, holy shit. And I think it's even better the fact that I'm able to try all these weapons that you wouldn't normally be able to use in that up until I think, I'm trying to even remember when I did, because this was when I was back from like a 4-month kind of hiatus thing, and since September 2015, but oh man. And there's fun, but honestly it's just so fucking good. Like, I have literally no regrets making that map. It took a while, like, I think even that I have no regrets, because what would have taken me about 6 to 7 hours would have took me easily 4 or 5 times the amount, and maybe not that long, but at least triple, at least. You know. Also, holy shit. Okay, sorry, God, but honestly, the fucking sky is like. Oh, this is. Isn't it strange that one of the biggest things I like to gas them all over it is the fucking sky? Like, I'm not joking, that looks so out there. Like, look at that. Man, it's the weird things that you appreciate, and yet it's like with that, it's just. It's so menacing, so just intimidating, and. Holy shit. Love that. Like. Oh man, I just wish there was like more of it, you know, but oh man. Oh man, it's just I think it's a shame we ended up losing this match, but even then I had no regrets. There's none whatsoever. You know, I'm trying to record. Did I actually fall off this match? And now, like, because if so, you'd be able to tell like how big of a fall it is. Because I remember, yeah, I think this may be like it's a hard one to tell, but I do recall like some of the maps where it's like if you fall off a certain distance, it somehow fucks up the recording and that. And I don't know if this is a always guaranteed thing and that, but maybe it might be the case if I actually don't fall off this, but. Yeah, I remember the fall is like, really? It takes like a good 30 to 40 seconds to fall down. And this is when the landscape on top is already pretty high. And, oh man. I love that, like, how you can use it to see people when that you're shielded and it's like, holy shit. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. And yeah, you see we're getting a shit wrecked. Man, gotta love when you're in an incompetent fucking team. But I think even then, it's just the fact of being able to experience shit like this, it's really good. You know, unlike anything else I would say. And just, honestly, overall it's just a really good match. Like, I can't find anything really wrong with it, you know, it's like, because I remember originally it was supposed to be like buses, supposed to be nowhere near as much space, but what I had to work with, and that's like, why not make it just even better? And with the 100 props that you can use, that's exactly what I did. or I made it what could have been a pretty good match and made it even better than that, you know? It's honestly, I think it's a shame though, because I do recall this didn't get too many likes, and now it wasn't like terrible. I would say maybe it's about 1.5 or 2 likes to every dislike, but yeah, you want to know something? Alright, this is something that pissed me off for Rockstar, and this is another change that I didn't really like, was how if somebody left the job, it automatically counted as a dislike. I've never really agreed with that system, and it kind of fucked up the whole like dislike kind of thing that I had going for like I had this document. I don't think I even done one for Destiny Newcomb yet, which is really saying some, but oh man, maybe someday when I actually get around to playing more jobs and that, maybe someday. Oh man, but alas. So to conclude with this, I would say that yeah, this is again really good, and that only reason why I can't put this on the top 10 list is just simply this is something that really outshines me, because some big death matches can be really good, maybe even possible topping like some of the top 5 and that, but it's just what holds them back is the fact it's really hard to get set up, and that is a big factor. You know, small jobs are easy to get into because, well, the highest you'll get, the highest minimum requirements you'll get is maybe say a 6 and that. Usually it's about say 4 and that. That's like, I refuse to do anything smaller than a minimum of 4 and a maximum of 6 and or maximum of 8 and that. But yeah, it's like honestly just trying to like do all this, I think it's still worthwhile in the end, and that, you know, I have no regrets doing this whatsoever, but it's just to try and get set up, that's what annoys me, you know, like the matchmaking is essentially utter shite, and that, you know, oh man, but well, you know, you never know these things, but alright, so yeah, that is Starship Galaxy. Really good match, only held back by its large size, but regardless, I still had plenty of fun with it. You know? But yeah, that's it for the 6th series, and when we come back, I'll be doing the last 4 videos, and it'll be a long journey coming to a close and that, you know? But yeah, well, so yep, I'll be seeing you guys then. This is Lewis Wilkinson signing out. I'm looking forward to doing the last 4, not much I will say. But yeah, till then, I'll see you guys then. I look forward to being able to do like the last 4, but I think we'll know which ones. Based on the ones that you saw that I didn't do. Anyway, this has gone on for long enough, so I'll be signing out. So yep, until then, I'll see you guys then. Lewis Wilkinson. Enough of this shit. I'll see you then, guys. Lewis Wilkinson out.